All right, we are officially live once again.
Live. Oh, see, that seems too bright.
Once again.
All right.
You turning on the broadcast on your TV over there?
I can
Shit,
see
throw it
the
up just so you
chat.
can see the chat too, yeah.
Yeah. What I
And give
notice
us
is
that
like when
extra
I look
view.
back, I'm like looking up, you know? I
Oh
wish I had
yeah.
it at like eye level.
Yeah,
Maybe what I could do is just put it on my phone eye level.
that'll work too.
Yeah.
You got to get a an extra like
Another
display. Yeah,
monitor.
another monitor.
All right, let me add that to the list.
In due time,
uh,
in due time.
right.
But yeah, man, I mean, we haven't discussed it. We went live before we discussed it. So, the biggest news though of the week, DP. And
Oh
I
man.
think of course, I got one of the different takes and I honestly don't even try to be this way, but I do hear everybody um speaking about it and a lot of people have the same type of narrative for Dustin. And my narrative I guess is pretty like down the middle.
Okay.
I'll start it off by just saying I don't care at all about DP like getting arrested. I'm not looking down on him because I see a lot of posts of people being like, Dustin Poirier, he's donated a lot of his funds to kids and shit like that. Like he's a good guy. I don't doubt his character whatsoever.
Right. He made a
Not
bad decision.
whatsoever. And
Yeah,
and
he
it
made a
is
bad.
what it is.
Yeah.
Like he's a fighter. It comes with his personality. It actually doesn't surprise me. And it kind of goes with what I was saying towards Dustin crashing out is that like to some degree maybe he misses the adrenaline rush of fighting because he's out here fucking scrapping. That's one of my predictions early before I saw the footage. I was like, I wonder if DP's actually trying to scrap people because like it's one thing to miss fighting for the attention, the me, right? But Dustin seems to also low key be trying to scrap. Like he misses
It's in his blood.
the physical fucking nature of it. But I don't look down on him at all for that,
Yeah.
at all. But I do look down on him a little bit because he's being super fucking soft. Like
Okay.
he's like I'm a detriment to myself if I don't have something scheduled. And like just to keep it short, it's like Dustin. I mean, I hear it, bro, but you have so much more to be grateful for, than you do to live for, than you do to complain and bitch about. Like if you want to look at all the downsides of your career, like you never won the title, right? The guy that you beat in the past, Gaethje, just beat
Just won
Ilya,
the title.
right?
Yeah.
You're probably a little bit butthurt, but bro, look at the silver lining. You beat McGregor twice. You got that lick back. You're still an interim champion at that. Like there's still a lot of goods that you achieved in your career. You got a hot sauce company. You got a podcast with Masvidal. You're on the UFC Paramount broadcast desk. The podcast and the broadcast desk are two different things. Seems like
Mm-hmm.
he's got a lot to be working for. So I'm kind of misunderstanding it. And I'll just put it out there like this. Bro, like I stay locked in all year long. I stayed locked in all year long. What's so hard about that? Dustin wasn't an alcoholic in his fucking off season of fighting. So what makes him an alcoholic now? I feel like he's almost manifesting it for himself. Every time he gets on the mic, he's like, "Oh man, I'm a detriment to myself if I don't got shit booked. I'm good some days, I'm bad." Shit, bro, cheer the fuck up. Honestly though, like cheer the
Yeah,
fuck
yeah.
up, bro. What the fuck is this? It annoys me. And so like I hear him but I don't feel bad for you, bro. Like, and I also don't look down on you either. I don't give a shit what you did. Just stop
Yeah.
fucking crying about retirement. Get back in the cage or don't. But this whole sob story of like, I retired too young. What, like, I don't mean to keep talking, but it's like, what, because your wife made you and it wasn't your real decision? Like, I don't, like, I'm just getting fed up with the whole sob story of Dustin Poirier.
Yeah, I'll just say this, like,
Give me the raw MTK. I want the raw MTK.
yeah, my
Yeah.
raw version and I'll answer both things that you just said there
Okay.
was like one, let's just say the retirement, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to see him lose again and then keep going down in the rankings. And we're like, dude, like Michael Chandler,
Yeah. Because there's
okay?
a
Like he
chance.
was he was able to actually kind of leave like kind of on a higher note, right? He got in, like you said, he was out here podcasting, he's down to this. Now that other thing, the him beating himself up, his identity has been built on being a fighter. So when you step out, he's trying to figure out like almost that happens with a lot of athletes where they don't know where they fit in anymore. Like that was who they were, that was their identity. And so you could see those versions of him when he talks about it, like, hey, I don't know, what am I going to do now? Like you've heard the expression idle hands.
Yeah, you told me that expression. Something
Yeah,
of
so
yeah.
like you start getting really fidgety.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, what am I going to do now? What am I going to do now? You know, and you can see maybe some of that coming out inside of him. And, you know, in this instance, he made a bad decision. He got caught up, you know, drinking. And it was funny because I sent you my mug shot. And I'm only can say, bro, like he has to feel super embarrassed.
Low
It was
key,
on
yeah.
it was on camera, right? Like if it wasn't, bro, if you would have saw my video on camera, I'd be like, bro, fuck. You know what I mean? Because like you're that version that we're seeing of Dustin Poirier, our super faded, trying to fight. That's not who he wants to probably. I'm just speaking for myself, dude. That's not who I would want the world to say, hey, judge me on this lens.
Well, Dustin
Because
kind of
you,
he comes off as like family man, right? So it is a
well,
bit
yeah,
of a
and then
shock for that reason.
right, he's doing a lot within the community, and
Yeah.
so then you have this other version. You're like, and even internally, I kind of like, oh, I cringed for him, right?
Yeah.
Because I could only think of myself of like that. The few times I've been arrested with the DUI, you know, if I were to go back and look at that, bro, I'd want to burn it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't want anybody to see that.
Uh-huh.
Like that would just be, especially like the person I am right now. I'd be like, oh, but he has to eat that. He has to eat that.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, like I say, like if like I look at it kind of maybe, you know, I can admit it, maybe I'm a bit immature because I look at it from an aspect of like, bro, if that's my friend, we're laughing about it, you know,
Sure.
I'm laughing with him. So all I can say is from my perspective, I wouldn't like be
Take it
down
to the
on
grave.
I wouldn't be
Take it to the
down on
grave.
Dustin about it. And if it
Yeah.
was me and my homies, I might even be laughing about it if it was me. You know, because my homies are gonna be like, bro, you're such a fucking idiot. And it's like, yeah, I am a fucking
But it's,
idiot.
you know what's different is he has kids.
So
So you
so
know
it's
what I
got
mean?
that aspect of, and he's also saying like these bitches, they some fucking hoes. And it's like, damn, you know, you're a girl dad.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you got a wife and you're like known for being like high
Oh,
school
bro,
sweethearts with her.
imagine him going home like,
Yeah.
oh, like,
Good thing he
oh.
wasn't with them though. I was wondering that. Remember, I was like, I wonder if he was with his wife and daughter. It was Father's Day,
You know
so
what's
he
crazy?
wasn't with them.
You know what's crazy is the video Ben Askren posted. I'm like, so I'd love to know what that timeline was because that was them, I guess, at the bar
Mm-hmm.
that he didn't after because we saw the other video of him actually getting arrested.
Yeah.
And so like he was at the bar playing around, having fun, and then somehow he must have gone onto the plane and then got rowdy,
Mm-hmm.
got kicked off, and then that's when the cops came, and then everything, you know, became what it was.
Yeah. And instantly starts pressing the cop.
Hey, but you
Gave
know,
him no time.
I had those moments too. It's like I've been a super aggressive, like super faded. Just like I remember one time I got arrested and just arguing with the sheriff's officer. I'm like, dude, and I was literally like, bro, what are you gonna do? Like,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna put me in jail? Put me in jail. I don't give a fuck. Just like, bro, just being super aggressive. You know what they did?
Hmm.
They put me in jail.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
That's what Dustin did exactly.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
exactly what he did.
And but he's a little bit more, he's a lot deadlier, right? Because
Yeah.
like if a circumstance, thankfully that officer handled it and diffused the situation and didn't escalate. Because if that would have gotten escalated, who knows? We could have saw him tasered, you know, I mean, all kinds of shit.
Dustin, did you hear him too? He's like, arrest me. It's the only way. It's the only way. Arrest me.
Because but look, that's what I'm saying. He's not his self, right?
Yeah, and he
He's not
knows. He
his
knows.
self.
I'm about to scrap this dude. Like,
Yeah,
please
but
arrest me.
he's making all the wrong decisions, right? That's why when he looks back on that, he's like, man, I was a fool.
Then did you see he dapped him up at the end too? He's like, "Hey, you did your job. Good job. You did your
Yeah.
job."
But
It's like,
but that's what I'm saying. Like he was hella faded, bro.
he was
His
as soon as
emotions.
those cuffs went on his wrist, though.
Yeah.
He woke back up. He's like, "Oh shit."
Oh,
He's like, "Oh shit."
that will do it to you.
Yeah,
Get
he's
those
walking
cuffs
away.
on. Get those cuffs on and go get booked, bro.
Yeah.
That will sober you right up.
Only if Dustin would have came to like 5 seconds prior before the cops came and he's like, "Hey man, like, dap it up real quick." They would have
But
been
then
good, but shit,
but
he
you
he waited too long.
and too, like I'm at fault to it. You get super fucked up, you get like super emotional, you're just riding that adrenaline. I can only imagine being a UFC fighter, like because you could see that aggression coming out at him in the beginning.
Mhm.
Like, come on, let's go, let's go.
Yeah. Now, you don't gotta, and I don't know. It's more so like sometimes the chat brings it out, so I don't even know how much we can go into it. But I figure I'll open the door for this topic. But
Okay,
in a way, like, do you think? I don't even know how to bring it up necessarily. Maybe the chat will start firing off. We'll see. There's not too many people in here at the moment. But
okay,
like, just like, I guess I could just say it like this. I'm starting to get a little bit annoyed of maybe a god complex with like UFC fighters and them acting like they're just like bro, you're human just like all of us else. And like I hate like coping for them all the time. And even
yeah,
like I know that they do something tough, which is like step in the octagon, which is something I don't want to do. But like I'm tired of acting like they do it for me and for my it's like, bro, you chose to do it for a living just like anybody else. Like I'm tired
yeah,
of feeling bad for you because of like your career choice or like it's like you don't know what I put myself through. It's like you don't know what I put myself through. Like what the fuck? Like you're supposed to be more special than me? Like I'm just so
right,
sick of it all and it's always like this. Like, this guy's retired at 30 and it's like, "Oh my god, we got to listen to this whole Dustin Poirier thing and like because he's a warrior, we got to listen to him." It's like, "No, bro, call him a fucking pussy for acting this way." That's what I would call any of my homies. I mean, bro, like snap the fuck out of it. You're being a bitch. And I don't mean to be so hard on Dustin, but I'm just speaking colorfully to get the point across, which is like bro, these guys just like annoy me sometimes with all that shit. Like you chose to do your career path and like stop with the sob stories all the time. Otherwise, then don't fucking do it.
yeah. I mean, I think that we put a lot of these athletes on a pedestal, right?
Because
Of
what they
like,
do is admirable.
to an extent, yeah, exactly. But I mean, and I'm talking athletes across the board, right? Like,
Yeah.
remember when Shannon Sharp got fired from ESPN?
Yes. For after the IG live.
That, yeah, and then the OnlyFans girl tried to sue him,
That's right.
right? So
Yeah.
all these athletes, they get caught up in these situations, right, that they put themselves in, and us as fans and we put them on a pedestal because they're doing these things that we kind of wish we could do.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're getting paid so much money. I mean, they're stars for a reason, right? And so they're going to be criticized and they're going to be what is that word, acclaimed, you know,
Yeah, criticized or critiqued or something.
not critique, but like, boasted, like admired,
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, you know what I mean,
Propped
like
up.
you're, yeah, you're
Propped up.
propped up.
Yeah.
So you're going to be propped up, but you can also going to be criticized for when things go bad. When you're winning champions and winning belts, the world loves you. You
Mm-hmm.
make a mistake and it's in the public eye, you're going to be criticized, and then that's what comes with playing, being in that role, right?
Mm-hmm.
There is a price for it, especially when you get into those. If this was a fighter that wasn't even ranked, we didn't even know, no one would care.
Mm-hmm.
Who would be who's that guy?
Yeah.
So it comes with it. He made a mistake, man. He made a mistake.
Yeah, he made a mistake and like
Yeah.
I feel like Dustin buys into the god complex thing. Not fully, but just like cuz after the incident, he's like reposting the whole I'm a detriment to myself.
Yeah.
And I mean, what is your take on that? Do you think he should keep sobbing in that little narrative he's creating, or do you think, like, honestly, do you think he should
Okay. I
be a
think
man and be like, "Yo, bro, like, I got a daughter, I got a wife, I had a great career, I still got my physical abilities. It's time to lock in and just work, bro. Like, shit, the fuck is this sob story about?"
yeah. I think there's a few things there, right?
Kobe
There's
Bryant
something.
didn't do that shit. Kobe Bryant took that shit like a man. He moved on from the NBA and he fell into the role he was supposed to as a man, as a father.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's something to be said there. I
He
think
took it to
that.
the furthest extent, just like DP. Sorry for interrupting.
Yeah. No. No. I get it, and I think we see a handful of these guys, right? You look behind the layers and you read between the lines. Sometimes when they say some of these things, like what you were even before that, like, hey, if I'm not fighting, I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
those are signs, right? I don't know how long ago that interview happened. Was that like a year ago?
Yeah, maybe 6 months ago, a year,
But
something
you know what I
along
mean?
those
Like those,
lines.
and he's said that multiple times. So like he's it's almost like a cry for help to an extent, and like what you're saying
Mm-hmm.
too. So there is something deeper inside of him that honestly he's gonna have to answer. We're gonna see this again.
Mm-hmm.
Something else will come out 6 months down the road. I mean, Connor too. How many times is Connor like, oh, oh, now he's back now he's back in with the Lord.
Yeah.
Now he's fighting. You know what I mean? Now he's back on the right holy path. And I don't know, dude. Like I can see a year from now, like something. I mean,
My
add any
thing,
alcohol, bro. Add any kind of drugs. Something's gonna happen.
yeah. I think I hate I'm just guessing and shit, but for the sake of conversation, I think for Dustin there's a weird line of like I'm not trying to call him inauthentic, but as somebody who's also, I got to present myself to the people, and there's ways that people, behind the content creator and yourself, you kind of play with like, how should I present myself? Who should I be? Right? Me,
Okay.
I've kind of just fallen on like, I'm gonna be my imperfect self. Like it's so toxic for me to not be the way I really am, and it makes me not even want to sit on the camera, because it's like, oh, finally I can just get off so I could be my real self off the camera, you
Right,
know.
right, right.
But I think for Dustin, and I say all that to say, I think for Dustin, he finds himself in this position where like he's made himself up to be this type of role model figure, but he's
Right.
human like the rest of us, but he like doesn't want us to see it. And I think there's something in between that is that cry for help you're speaking about, where
But
it's
let
like,
me
I
ask you
know
this.
I'm this guy, but I'm trying to tell you guys that deep down, I'm kind of a little fuck up
I
too
got
still.
demons. Well,
Yeah, I'm
yeah, I
kind of
got
still a little
demons.
fuck up. But it's like, it's cool, bro. Just stop being like, I'm Mr. Family Man, and just show us the true DP. Then you won't feel
But
as
here,
bad.
but here's the thing too. Like let me ask you this. When was the last time you got so drunk that you weren't yourself and someone was like looking at you like, damn, bro, like the fuck?
Uh, uh, Maybe like at a wedding a year ago, but still not necessarily not myself. Just it's like the drunkest I've been in like a
Because that's
year.
not really you, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
See, you're not really a drinker or addict like that. And you probably will smoke all day,
yeah.
but when you smoke all day, you're not really getting to a point where like you're you're being aggressive and being rowdy.
No,
You're
because
just
you got a
probably
crazy
falling.
tolerance at that point.
Well, no, you're just eating and falling asleep.
Yeah, exactly.
Hungry, happy, hungry, and sleepy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it don't have the same effects. I'll give you. I
You just
mean,
get grumpy if you're like
I
not
think,
high.
and I think you've spoken about like a couple family members when we talk about drugs, or like even me myself. Like you see another version of that person,
Hmm.
right? The version, like the most disgusting version of them, And so with him, maybe behind the scenes, we don't know how many times this Dustin's has gotten. Evidently, bro, he was faded.
He's faded as
Like
hell. Yeah.
faded, bro. Like, and I can only I when I saw that, I saw me. That's why I couldn't like really judge because I'm like, bro, that's a spitting image of me when I get faded. Like I can't stop and I can't like and then I get to a point where I get so aggressive and so embarrassing that people around me like, damn, bro, like, is everything okay?
Hmm.
And so that's why I was like, when I saw it, I was like, oh man, like this couldn't be the first time this has happened. You know what I mean? Like I'm sure his closest circle like seen him faded like that before.
For him to be
But
getting that drunk in an airport, it tells you that he's definitely getting drunk in way more comfortable settings. Because
yeah,
getting
and
that belligerent in an airport is kind of crazy, bro.
it's funny. You know what? Did you see what Bobby Green said?
I did for a little bit, but I was like, bro, Bobby Green,
But
like, shut the fuck
but look
up.
at but that's exactly what you just said though.
I got
Be
you, Tux.
you.
1 second.
But you said be you, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Bobby Green would be that dude at what?
Exactly. And he would
It
laugh
was
about
Father's
it.
Day.
And he
And
would
he was
laugh
Father's
about
Day.
it.
And because Bobby Green will ride with that and be like, and what? I don't give a fuck.
But I
See,
think that's what makes it hard for Dustin to come out of this is I think Dustin wishes he could laugh about it too, but he's built himself up
right.
to be this like serious family man in the
Well,
girl dad thing, and he was really being toxic to the women. But
and,
then the
and
girl
and
dad thing mixing in, of course he's embarrassed.
and I'll use it for myself. You know what? There have been moments in my life where I've had really, really bad, like, wow, like I did all that. wow, like who do I have to wake up tomorrow and apologize to shit? Where I woke up the next day, I was like, I don't give a fuck. Like, sorry, not sorry. I was faded.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but as I gotten older, I was like, man, that's not who I really want to project. That's not who I really want to be. Like, why am I like that when I'm faded? Like, then you got to start answering some deeper questions. You know what I mean? And I'm assuming that's probably where more Dustin's at.
Yeah.
You know, in his late 30s. It's different, bro. When you're in your 20s, you're doing shit like that.
Yeah, because he's a grown ass man. It's kind of more
When
embarrassing.
you're in your third, and see, like, and that's why you use an example. Like, that's not something you really do. You
Yeah,
know what I
not
mean?
even me.
Right. That's not like you're like, nah. You would probably just say I'm gonna stop drinking.
Yeah.
Where
I would laugh
evidently
it
so.
off probably because I haven't drank in a long time. I'd probably chalk it
Right.
up to that. I'd be like, damn, I
Right.
haven't drank in so long. I blacked out. I'd be
Right.
honest about it.
Right.
You know,
See,
but I
because it would,
also, I'm not
because you didn't.
perfect.
Right, because you haven't done it that many times. But I even think about myself, like if I've done that 100 different times, once or twice is fine. But I'll probably have like 100 times where I've acted like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
We all been there, and
you,
that's why like it's not even like I'm down on Dustin for it
yeah, I'm not
necessarily.
down on him either.
It's more so to be honest with you, it's more so it's like, bro, quit fucking apologizing like a pussy and just own up to it like a man, bro. We not perfect. It's fine,
Yeah.
Dustin. But you know, just apologize for disrespecting the women. That's what I would do. If I was Dustin, I'd laugh about it and say, I don't really give a shit that I did that.
And
But
maybe
I
and maybe in
apologize
that
to the
message,
women.
that's kind of what he was saying. You know,
Maybe,
like
maybe.
I'm sure that was like a like fuck.
That's got to be the
I,
majority of the embarrassment
I'm
is like,
sure
you know,
right
I
now
disrespected women. I got a daughter and a wife.
I would love for him to kind of go back and be like, man, I wanted to personally go apologize to these people. I think I told you that one time I berated a security guard.
Mm-hmm.
Did I tell you that?
Did you apologize to him? You did
The
tell me you
next
berated
day,
him.
the next day, I apologized to him,
That's good that
and
you
we
did
became
that.
homies.
Yeah,
We
that's good
became
that you
homies.
did that, you know, because it's cool. You know what I mean? It's cool if you slip up sometimes, but an apology goes a long way. You feel me?
Especially that person you're like,
That you berated. You feel me? Because if they let it go, they're just gonna coexist with you from
he
now
was
on. But
just
if you
doing his job, bro.
apologize,
He
it
was
makes
just
it a
doing
lot
his
better.
job.
Yeah. Shit. Now you guys become closer, like you said. Okay. Tux is asking, thank you for the $2 donos, Tux. Tux says, ask Unc if he ever got caught the fade with the Poe. What the fuck? Oh, with the police.
Um,
If he ever got caught the fade. Oh, if you ever caught the fade with the police, you ever try to square up with the cops? He says, bro,
I've
ask
had
him what
okay.
the fuck.
I have a funny one. I remember I was at these old school apartments, and I had one of those spotlights. You know, like the big spotlight,
Mm-hmm.
a hand one that you know the one they have on cop cars,
Yeah.
and they put it like this, and they're like shining. I had one of those, like a hand one, and there was these guys at the apartment, and I put the light on them. I'm like, "Who are you guys, bro?" They stomped up. It was like 3 floors. They came out. They were in street clothes, undercovers.
Mm.
Slammed me,
Damn.
got me.
Just from a light?
Yeah, yeah.
Damn.
But I was talking shit too because I didn't know that they were undercover. And I'm like,
Oh,
yeah, mob up, fools, what's up? Bro, immediately when he came up, he like put out his badge, just grabbed me, boom,
damn.
handcuffed
That's
me. Yeah,
fucked.
like my head was all like bleeding
I
and
feel like
shit.
that's a lawsuit, bro.
Bro, like it was, but they let me go.
Oh, they let you go? Of course they
Yeah, and I
did.
remember I think I had like weed in the house, like in the crib and shit. At that time,
Mhm.
you couldn't really have weed, you know. So I was like not trying to press any more buttons.
You're like, shit, you let me go, I'm gonna let you guys go.
Right.
Yeah, we're
Right.
both in the wrong.
I got a couple of stories like that for sure. Never where I was like, if I ever like really started chirping, they just automatically slam me.
Uh-huh.
They are automatically just put handcuffs on me.
Yeah, I don't have any crazy stories with the cops, to be honest with you.
I got another
So
funny story
I'll
with
sit that one out.
we were at a street party and the homie he was from a different type of crew
Mm-hmm.
and he was with me though. And so it's like when you integrate two friends, right? And the cop rolls by, puts a spotlight on. This dude starts running.
Mm.
The whole block, bro, just got lit up. We all stopped. He's running. The cops chasing him. My friend looks at me. It's his house. Like, bro, you invited him over here? What the, bro? They were grilling me all night about that scenario.
Damn. Did you guys get in trouble for that or what?
I think a couple people got arrested. Like, they went and tried to get a warrant for the house. Like, it was a whole thing. It
Damn.
was a big deal. It was at that time. Yeah, it was.
That's brutal. No, I actually
It was
have
pretty
I have one funny story. It's nothing crazy, But this is like the craziest story that I have when I was like a kid, basically. Me and my friends were in my house, like, having a sleepover type shit in like middle school.
Okay.
And we like opened up my window and we all took eggs and we like chucked it at the house, like down the hill. Cause like there's like
Yeah.
this hill that I lived on, right? And then below the hill it's like levels out and there's another layer of houses.
Okay.
So we just chucked them all across at this at the house like down across from me, and we thought that like it was gonna be a victimless crime, like the cops weren't gonna be able to like uh direct it back to us. But like 30 minutes later, bro, the cops came knocking on my door, and like my cousin was staying like watching us. He just straight let them in, and the cops came upstairs, like pulled us all down, got us all on the floor and shit, but they couldn't do anything because we were minors. But
Yeah.
like they
Yeah.
just called my mom and shit and had her come home, and they told on me, and then we had to go clean it up the next morning for the lady. It turned out the lady was like pregnant and shit, and like she hated the fuck out of us.
Oh, I can
But
imagine.
that's like a wild story that I had. But anyway, it's nothing like MTK. Should we move on to the fights last
I remember
weekend
another
and then
time
this
too.
weekend?
I was with a couple of friends,
Yeah.
and we got arrested for something. And he goes and tells the cops, my homie, pull those guys over too. They look suspicious. He pulled them over. They had something on them. They arrested with us. And at the time, we all got booked together. And I'm all looking. I was like, I'm telling my bro, I was like, bro, you just fucked up this dude's whole day. He's now in county with us just because like you said something. And this dude had no idea that my homie had said something. I was like, bro, what a dick.
Damn. How many times have you been arrested?
Too many.
Too many.
Too many.
I don't think or no, I've definitely never been to jail. I've only been in like the back of a cop car or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's discuss Manel Kape's win over Horiguchi real quick, just because there's not much to say, but there's a little
Yeah.
bit to say, and then we can look at UFC Azerbaijan. Oh, one other thing though about DP is the DP
You know,
saying it's gonna get bad, my N word, and then Bobby Green reacting to that. So DP got the pass for sure.
yeah, yeah.
The
I mean, he's
Louisiana
down.
came out of DP.
Yeah, he's down from the Bayou down in Louisiana. I'm sure he kicked with a lot of homies down there, a lot of the brothers and shit that he grew up with. So I mean, he's part of the culture, low key. But it did come out. It
Shit,
did come out.
it did. Okay,
Yeah, it did. I was gonna say this too. Man, it's so funny how like the tables have turned. Dustin talking shit to Connor
mm-hmm.
when he got all his shit, and now Connor, Mr. The Lord saved me. I'm about to go fight. He's still in the UFC, and then Dustin gets arrested. Like, ooh,
The
ooh,
irony and all that, huh?
the irony, bro. The
Yeah.
irony. That's how hard. If I was Dustin, that'd be harder for me to be like, fuck.
At least Connor hasn't said much though.
Please.
He
I know he
hasn't
got a couple
responded to
tweets.
the arrest, but we'll see.
No, he put out a couple
What
tweets.
do you say about Dustin's arrest? I don't think
Listen,
he
listen.
said much.
He did say, I'll show you. I'll tell you.
Okay.
I thought it was funny. Conor McGregor. He put a picture of a cross
Hmm?
like just a post of a cross.
Oh.
Um, oh no, he must have deleted it, but I did see him say something at one time.
Okay. Yeah, I did miss it.
All right, so Manel Kape.
Yeah, Manel Kape knocks out Horiguchi. I don't know how much of that fight you saw, but Kape
Yeah,
was
I saw
losing
it.
that fight until
He
Horiguchi
was
got
he
clipped.
was losing that fight. He was
Yeah.
losing that fight.
But I mean, good shit. He got the job done.
He did
Finished
get the
him.
job done.
I think
Yeah,
Pantoja got to run that with homeboy, Mr.
Joshua.
Champion. But Kyoji Horiguchi is or not Kyoji, Manel Kape is next up after that. In my opinion, I don't think he got to fight no more. I think his spot has been reserved.
Yeah, I'm just
4
trying to look
finishes
at
in a
that.
row off the loss to Muhammad Mokayev. Won 8 of his
Yeah,
last 9.
I agree with you. I agree
6
with you.
finishes out of 8, so out of 8 wins.
Yeah, I agree with you. There's
Yeah.
because I think what Tatsuro Tara and Brandon Royval did. No, Brandon Royval fights Loner Kavanaugh. You're right. He doesn't have anything else to prove in that division of the fighters there. I
Hmm.
agree with you
And
100%.
Kyoji, I just have a feeling the UFC was going to give him the title shot if he beat Manel Kape. So it's like, then just keep it fair, you know, number one contender fight. Manel Kape won, give him the title shot. I think the UFC is in agreement, but you
Yeah,
know, obviously Pantoja goes first.
I 100% agree with all that.
Yeah, okay, perfect. So we don't even need to really go
The only
more through that. But I will say, unless you have more to add, but like featherweight kind of in a good spot right now with the fact that like we got a clear number one contender up after the Pantoja versus Van rematch.
true.
You know, there's some good parity in that.
And if Kavanaugh goes and gets a knockout versus Brandon Moreno, he definitely throws his hat in the ring, right?
Yeah, or
Um,
not Kavanaugh. I forget who's fighting Moreno.
it's Loner.
I think Loner just beat Moreno, so Moreno's
No,
got a
no,
new
they're
opponent.
fighting.
No, Loner
He's
just beat Moreno.
no, they're fighting. Brendan Royval. I'm sorry.
Oh, and Loner?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
July 11th. UFC 329.
Yeah, so we can see what's going on there. Obviously, they're trying to push Loner up to the top. Brandon Royval been losing a lot of his
Yeah,
fights.
bro. I honestly, and I can see him going up. Honestly, bro,
Hmm.
he's on his way down. But this is what I was gonna say on that card. Um, uh, Vinicius Oliveira, good win versus Andre Fili. I didn't realize he moved up. He was, he was deadly.
Yeah,
He
he
was
was. He
deadly.
got a good finish. That was a
He
good
did.
win.
And then, bro, and Andre Lima. I don't know. I don't know what you're doing in there, bro.
Yeah, I barely watched that one.
Yeah, it's good for you.
Good for me.
because because he's supposed to win it. He was undefeated, I believe, and then he would throw one punch, two punch. Kevin Barajas and Kevin got kicked in the nuts and almost didn't even complete the fight, and he still won.
Yeah, I saw. I was obviously streaming, but I was just talking to the chat. But I saw
Yeah,
the things like that playing out. Like there was an extended timeout after the nut shot and shit.
yeah,
And then I saw that guy who got kicked in the nuts won. I was like, oh
right,
shit, all right. And Lima
right,
was the undefeated. I was like, damn, what the hell's going on here?
exactly. No, because he did, and Kevin, we wanted it more, bro. He was more of a dog.
Yeah.
I don't know what. Like I said, Lima, he just didn't have that dog in that fight. Like the Vinicius Oliveira, he had the dog in the fight. He
Hmm.
was the dog.
Hey, so did you notice?
Hey, shout out to South Wales Valleys, UK. I see James from there.
Hell yeah. Did you notice? Did you notice Levon Chokley? Do you remember that guy?
Who?
Levon Chokley, who fought this last weekend. He fought
No.
Leon Shabazian, which is Edmund Shabazian's big bro. Levon
Oh, okay,
Chokley.
okay, okay. Yeah. Now I'm putting them two together.
Yeah, you know that guy Levon Chokley? Does he ring a bell to you?
No.
Go look at his resume around September 2024.
Okay. 12-5. Well,
Who'd he fight? Who'd he
all it
lose
shows
to?
is one fight on here.
No, Levon Chokley on Tapology.
Oh, okay, never mind. I pulled it up.
Who'd he
I'm
lose
not
to
on.
in
I'm
like
on
September?
UFC.
Who'd he lose to in like September 2024?
All right, hold on. 2024. We got Larkin.
Yeah. Still doesn't ring a bell
The
to
homie
you?
Larkin. Yeah.
You happened to see that
Um,
live, didn't you?
yeah, I did. I didn't even remember about that.
That's where we covered it. That's where we became
Yeah,
homies.
all right. Got you.
That's the beginning of the podcast right there. So anyway, he fought. He knocked out Levon Chokley, or sorry, he knocked out Leon Shabazian.
Oh yeah, that he destroyed that leg. I
Bro,
remember
Leon
that.
Shabazian, he should retire because he looks awful in the cage. Did you see that guy?
Yeah.
It's like, oh brother, that's really bad. Some of the worst I've seen in quite some time. Just something real zesty about the whole thing.
Okay, you went there.
It was
Got
a
you.
real weak man, zesty ass
And
fucking.
wasn't he like only one loss too though?
Yeah, he looks sick, bro. He looks like he's like a vegan or something. Like no offense to vegans, but he looks sick
He
or something.
he kicked the hell out of that leg twice and he just folded.
Yeah, no,
Just
he was
folded.
12-4. Leon Shabazian was 12-4.
What's his name? Two folded was the
Navajo Navajo Sterling won.
Yeah.
But he did break Ion Cutelaba.
Oh yeah, Kutulaba just like he just went down, and that was it.
Yeah. Not facts though. He took down Cutelaba, and then Cutelaba wanted to like take a break, and he just stood up and started beating the shit out of him, and Cutelaba didn't fight back.
Yeah.
Christian Rodriguez, the Mexican.
Let me ask you this. You know who I'd like to see him fight next?
Who? Navajo?
No, you know who I'd like to see him fight next?
Who?
Who would you like to see him fight next?
At light heavyweight?
It's middleweight, right?
No, it's light heavyweight.
Is it light heavyweight? Oh, okay.
Okay, so that takes out whoever you wanted.
I was thinking Bo Nickel.
Oh. No, yeah, because they're two different weight classes.
Yeah, two different weight classes.
I don't know who Navajo should fight.
I'd like to see him in the top 15 now, though. I mean, at least fight to try to get in there.
Yeah, so give him like the gatekeeper.
Give him Alonzo Menefield.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, they did put him in the rank. Oh, Meta Rankings put him in the top 15.
Navajo.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's cool. That's cool. So he's officially ranked
by Meta.
That's the
I don't know if that means. I don't know if that means it.
That's the new official.
So we have media and we have Meta. Which one?
Meta's the official. Media's secondary.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just disregard the media.
All right. It's okay.
Disregard. It's Meta. Meta's the end all be all.
All right. Say less.
Yeah.
Say less.
Those rankings are interesting. You know, they actually swapped Joaquin and Kamaru Usman for the simple fact that Usman hasn't fought since that fight and Joaquin has fought since. So that's the type of stuff that's going on with the Meta AI. If you fought more recently and you lost, you know, you'll get ranked above the guy that you lost to previously if he hasn't returned yet.
Yeah, and then they put who was it? Uric Medic below Daniel Rodriguez. I don't know how that happened. Yuroslav at 15. But okay. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
There are some questionable ones though in there. What was your first take, like just them announcing it and this rolling it out?
I mean, I kind of liked it because they did things like they got rid of Yair Rodriguez and Brian Ortega out of the featherweight rankings. And although they replaced it with
got rid of
Sabatini and shit, I think it's good because like we're not gonna have this thing. Remember, everyone was complaining that Colby was still a ranked welterweight for the longest time.
Right.
The Meta AI is gonna get rid of. The AI also rewards a lot of the recent activity. Now there is some weirdness involved in it. Like Jose Delgado is kind of a ranked featherweight now, and that one's kind of bizarre to me.
I saw that.
Yeah,
like that just
kind of bizarre.
Like out of nowhere.
Yeah, a couple other ones like
there were a couple other ones.
Flyweights kind of got some weird rankings.
But Jose, I mean, he's 2 out of his last 3, so I mean, he does have a loss in the last 3 fights. I'd have to go back and really
Patty
look.
Patty Pimblett was a weird one because
that was a weird one. Yep, I agree with you on that.
I think we texted about that. Excuse me, sorry about that.
Yeah,
it was like,
because they pushed Quillen Silkhold up
above him.
But if you look at Patty's record, I mean, he's fought a lot more. He just fought the champion.
Patty went, and let me just contextualize it like I did in the text. It's like Patty went 5 rounds with the champion Gaethje. The greatest fighter in the sport, Ilia Topuria, just got stopped by Gaethje. So clearly, you know, Patty's at least in that ballpark of Ilia, considering he didn't get stopped and Ilia did. And then you're going to bring fucking Patty all the way down below Quillen Silkhold. That makes no sense to me.
Makes zero
Patty
sense.
belongs in like the top 5 at the very least.
For sure.
He just fought for an interim title, bro.
And they have Gamrat, I think, at number 4. That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull up the rankings.
Gamrat just lost. He's lost 1 in his last 3. It was against Charles Oliveira, but it's still a loss. He beat Rubovex, which, you know, at the end of the day, like, he fraud checked Rubovex in my eyes.
Yeah.
He doesn't. I mean, Gamrat's like top 10, not top 5. But here's the. So do you think Silkwood is above Gamrat?
Who's Gamrot's like recent win?
Against Rubovex.
Mm,
So it's BSD, Gamra, Ronaldo Mojicano, Silkid, Patty Pimlet, even Mauricio Ruffy. Like I think belongs above Quillen too.
mm-hmm. It's no, I don't think Quillen deserves to go above Gamrot. He beat fucking Benil Dariush.
Yeah,
I mean, I just don't see it.
yeah.
I
I mean,
just
he's a
don't
great.
see
Don't
it.
get me wrong. I like him. I think he needs one more good fight to get in the top 10. But he's there. So I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, I just don't see that. So, I mean, it is what it is, you know?
Yeah.
But I think that they really glazed up Salkilled big time. I think the 12th ranking was fine already for him. I think maybe you could have bumped him up to like 10 or something.
Yeah.
But 8 above Patty and bringing Patty down to number 9, that's just disrespectful. Especially after Ilya got stopped by Gaethje. It's like, bro, do you guys, I guess that's what AI does though. AI sometimes misses shit cuz these are AI rankings.
Right.
So like the AI kind of is bound to fuck something up. They're
Yeah. It
not going to
is.
fully understand the texture of things. It's like emotionless.
Right.
So you gotta understand that they're not gonna factor in the concept that I just brought up about like, Patty went 5 rounds with Gaethje and Ilya got stopped by Gaethje. AI rankings is not gonna factor that in. So that's something to look out for. Is like the color of certain fights and shit like that. It's gonna go out the wayside. It's just gonna be result driven, point blank. Period. Point blank
Yeah.
result driven.
Patty got win over Green, Chandler, Gaethje. Now he's fighting BSD. Those 4 fighters right there all were in the top 15 or above Quillen's one top 15 fight. I
I
think
think
that
that
if
I think that this is what I'm saying though. The AI is gonna look at that. It's basically gonna go three or one loss for Patty, right? And then it's gonna be like 3 knockouts in a row for Sal killed all in the first round. So
so
like
that's gonna
but it doesn't. It's missing what you're explaining, which I think is
right.
something that's a big deal.
Yeah, the guys you're fighting don't measure up to the guys I'm fighting.
Right, anyone can go on a 3-fight knockout streak, but the level of competition matters, and I think the AI is gonna not factor that in as much as we'd like it to. So
Well,
just keep an eye out on that.
this version, right? When they get that next version, who knows? We'll see where we're at.
The updated
Yeah,
AI.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. It can get adjusted. So, shit, I don't got no problems, really.
I was gonna ask you too is did you see the Hogan interview with Ariel?
Yeah, I did him saying a few things, mostly saying you can't speak about the Jews.
You know what I took away from that?
Huh.
The Hogan that I want to see was in there. The Hogan of like
Just being
if
normal.
no, not that. The Hogan of like, hey, if this was the gladiator times, say something to me.
Mm.
We can go handle it then.
Yeah.
That's the Hogan I want to see. That version right there, the one saying, "Hey, if you were to put me against Cyril Gane in any athleticism, I'm gonna beat him 9 out of 10s in anything you put in me." That's the Hogan I want to see. The Hogan talking about, "Hey, I've done football camps, I've done this, I've done that. I was wrestling, I did this, I did that, bro. Like we did back to back to back. Put me in any time."
That's
Like
dope.
it is dope. Like that shit, like that raises you of who you are and your credibility as an athlete,
Mm-hmm.
like as a real life athlete, bro. Like he's right. He was at the highest level in these forms. He wasn't the best, but he still competed with the guys in the NFL. Now to go here into this sport, my hat, I have a lot more respect from, and I thought too that his game plan worked. Love him or hate him, he's 100% right. Love him or hate him, look where he's at. Look at the money he's going in, and he could literally be fighting Alex Pierre-Left, or he could be fighting for Cyril Gane.
I really want to see him versus Alex.
Yeah, I mean, but it's like pick your poison, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's
We
been brewing. He beat D. Lou and Alex lost. So it's like you match him in the middle.
Yeah, and he's right, and I think he goes in there and he takes fucking Pierre down. Like he already knows. Like why am I? Let me just take this dude down.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
mean,
shit, I want to see it. I want to see it.
right, and it's a big payday.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big payday for him. So he's doing all the right moves. I just want to see more of that version of him. Like, bro, I'll take on anybody.
Yeah, it's not like I hate the gimmick. I just don't really think he needs it anymore.
He doesn't need
And I
anymore.
think he's got a cool story and a cool personality in its own right. With
Right.
him being a former NFL player, him being a two-sport athlete in college, going like we were just talking about, going in between the football season, then right into wrestling, the activity within that, the go, go, go mentality that he has. It is very interesting. And
Yeah.
then just the way that he's about it, even the fact that he's like pressing DC and he's like, come see me, DC, like if you really got a problem. And I mean, then you could take it, if you do it like that, you can do it to everybody. So he'd be calling out Ilya, and he's like, Ilya, you want to talk shit to me, but at the end of the day, there's weight classes for a reason. So you may be
Yeah.
the biggest star in the sport, but I'm your daddy. There's a
Yeah.
difference between the two. And in this sport, it does matter who the toughest dog is.
Yeah.
Above all else, it matters who the top dog
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Maybe not in corporate America, but here, the top dog can trump the manager, so to speak, which is kind of like the Ilya Topuria, right? Ilya is kind of like the manager, the two-division champion walking around the place. And Hokit comes in, he's like, shit, homie, you must have forgot that like heavyweights could beat your ass.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm not gonna bite my tongue to you. Why
Right.
should I?
Right.
Why should I?
See, and
We're in the fight sport.
that's the guy you want to see. That's
Mhm.
the guy you could sell. Like, that's the where he leans in on. And if he wanted to add that version of like the Sean Strickland that's in him, of just like kind of going out and saying most outlandish things, I mean, it is what it is, right? He's right. What are you gonna what are you gonna, like you said, what are you gonna do about it?
Right.
That's the version I want to see. What are you gonna do about it?
And like I
What's
say,
up?
the thing that I find so appealing about that narrative is, like I kind of mentioned, in corporate America, life doesn't work that way. You
Right.
got to respect the top dog in any industry that you're in. But listen,
Yeah.
in this industry, the toughest guy does not have to respect the top dog. You
Yeah.
don't. You don't. Not if you don't want to. Not if you don't want to.
The other thing I thought he said interesting is he was talking a lot about the BMF belt.
And he wants
And
to fight for his own version.
yeah, well, I
And he
thought that
wants
was
Herb
smart.
Dean to ref it. Again, this guy's kind of funny, low key.
But I liked his answer too about that.
Go ahead.
I mean, what he said is like, bro, well, don't put yourself in that position. Get out. Get
Yeah.
out of it.
Uh-huh.
Get out of it. If this was on the street, and what? And what? Hey, you got to deal
Right.
with that. You got to deal with that. Now, I get. What
I
he's
don't
trying to
agree
do.
with him, but that's fine of him to say that.
Right. But the other thing that I think if he leans into about the BMF bout, he should lean into to be like, bro, 155 BMF. What are we fucking talking about? That's cute. Let me show you what a real BMF belt looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Come fight me.
I'm the real BMF.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be a champion and the BMF. I'll be the baddest motherfucker around on it, like the Mike Tyson. Come see me.
Yeah.
If he sold that and he started really beating some of these guys, that would be epic.
Yeah, it would be.
He'd be the Ilya Topuria of just the baddest guy.
Okay. I want to kind of mention something else to you aside from like what's on the topic list.
Okay.
Throwing
a curveball?
Yeah, a little curveball, and it's just let me lay it all out, and then I'll catch your opinion.
Okay.
You'll probably form it while I'm telling you, so because I don't think you fully consider it like this. But anyway, basically, I'll say that it's a double topic. So give me a second to form this. Sean O'Malley came out. He said he got 500,000 or 600,000 for UFC White House.
Okay.
So I don't know. I don't know how is that a good amount of money? I don't know. Let's just put it like this in the because I don't want to be the one. It's not me dying on this hill. So, but this narrative got brought to me. Okay.
Yeah,
well, because you were listening to Eddie Hearn, so you
Yeah.
So we already heard the same thing. Let me just refresh it for you. Eddie Hearn was complaining to Ariel. O'Malley made 600,000. That's a disrespect. I'm gonna get Tom Aspinall way more money. Tom Aspinall's already making way more money, which I don't necessarily believe Tom is. But I say all that to say, Dana comes out at the post-fight presser for UFC Vegas 19. You know, shout out to Dana. He came out to the Vegas Fight Night presser. I know you love to see him come into those.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And
That's
so he
true.
fired off and he said one thing because he got asked. They were like, "Hey, have you talked to Tom Aspinall about his return to unify the titles with Cyril Gahn now that the interim fight is over with?" And Dana's like, "I'm not going to talk about that, but let me point out something funny to you. You know, Tom Aspinall signed with Eddie Hearn, right? My arch rival. And Eddie Hearn's biggest star is Anthony Joshua. Well, Anthony Joshua just left him, for another talent agency. So how much money is Eddie Hearn supposed to make Tom Aspinall? And I feel like Dana laid that out because he's about to royally fuck Tom Aspinall. He's just pointing out the irony before he fucks over Tom Aspinall. Like basically saying, listen, this guy, let me put it in simple terms. This guy that basically this is what Dana said. I'm not going to talk about Tom Aspinall's return, but I just want to remind you guys about the guy that he signed with about a couple months ago. He ain't got the juice. And you want to talk about Tom Aspinall's return? Well, this guy's standing in Tom's way, and this guy don't got the juice. So I think Dana's basically saying, like, we about to fuck Tom. Like, we might even move on from the title fight with Tom, the unification bout. But I
Okay.
say all that to say, like, are these fighters not getting their worth? And then the last thing I want to say is, like, Ian Gary, right? Now, so because I was like, it's a bad move for Tom Aspinall to be signed with Eddie Hearn a little bit. But now that Ian Gary's signing with Eddie Hearn, that gives Eddie Hearn a little bit more juice. That just got
A
announced
domino,
today.
a domino is falling, right? And you know what I thought when I saw that?
Yeah.
Eddie Hearn is playing chess here.
He's doing Dana what Dana's doing to him. He's doing it right back. The Conor Ben thing.
Right. But think about this. Like, imagine 5 years from now. This is what I think Eddie Hearn's thinking.
Okay.
Imagine 5 years from now, he starts plucking through his talent agency, because that's what it is. It's a talent agency, right? They're signing athletes to their agency.
Mm-hmm.
And he's signing athletes that are really big names in the UFC. So when they go back to the table and need to renegotiate their contract with the UFC, who's going to be part of that conversation?
Eddie.
Right. Their agency.
Mm-hmm.
So if you start doing that one by one, little by little, let's say in 5 years, bro, they have 10 athletes under their belt that are somehow affiliated with the UFC. Let's say 5 years from now, they have 20 and they're getting better at doing it and signing them younger. I think it's a brilliant move. And I think that it's going to really shake up how the UFC pays fighters, how even new organizations can sprout up and maybe compete against the UFC through what Eddie Hearn's doing. I think it's really smart.
Okay. I guess we have to see how
And
it's going to
yes,
play out a
and
little bit.
yes, Sean O'Malley is getting underpaid.
Okay, Sean O'Malley's getting underpaid a little bit. Because Eddie Hearn's kind of like, that's ridiculous. O'Malley getting 600,000. He's a star in the UFC. He's fighting on UFC White House, and they're giving him that much money.
Right.
I think he should have got like a nice milli just for the allure of fighting on UFC White House. All the fighters get $1 million.
And this is the thing. We've known forever that the UFC is not paying any of these guys.
Mm-hmm.
That's just off top, bro. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
We just maybe 1 or 2, 3 of them are getting paid, and even then they're not getting paid, right?
Yeah.
Not numbers that we know, like these, bro. Jake Paul numbers. It's
none of them were on the Forbes list, and that says a lot.
It just, and so Eddie Hearn's really seeing an avenue here, a lane, and he's just starting to roll into it, starting to drive in there. And I'm here to see how that keeps playing out.
Okay. What do you think happens with Tom Aspinall in his return in the interim title fight? And Dana's saying, I'm not going to speak on that.
I agree with you. I think Dana's going to fuck him. I think he is. I think Dana's going to fuck him. And I think if Tom's smart, he'll be like, cool, well, I already got this other door open. I'm going to go make 50 million over here anyway. So who cares?
So you think that, so in a way, kind of like a bold prediction, I won't hold you to it. But in a way, maybe a bold prediction, Tom Aspinall in the UFC, he's done. He about to get royally fucked. He's going to take his ball and go over to boxing.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
there's no other
But
avenue for him in MMA.
yeah, but here,
My silver lining would be like Aspinall not that big of a star, bro. Nobody paying for him to go see him in boxing. The only reason why people would pay for it is because of his beef with the UFC.
you know, and
The
I
UFC's
think people
champion
here's
left.
here's the thing. There will be an allure for the beginning, right?
But
There'll be
it'll
an
wear
allure
off.
for
There will be a beginning allure.
you have to keep you better be winning,
You gotta
right? You
win,
better be
yeah.
getting knockouts, get some knockouts, right? I don't
Mhm.
know how good he is in boxing, to be honest with you. I really don't know. I'm not, you know me, I'm not really into boxing anyway. Like to
Yeah.
me, it doesn't really make sense. Now, but overall, like paycheck, just like Francis, who really won?
Francis overall won with the paycheck.
Right. At the end of the day, what are we out here doing this for? Yeah, the accolades are great, and but the money. That's what
Mhm.
that's why are why are people waking up every morning to go do their daily job? Because we all have bills to pay. We all need to work. At the
Yeah.
end of the day, it's stacking chips.
And these dudes are fighting, so they want the money for sure.
Right.
The craziest thing is that actually I don't even want to get into the fighter pay. I really don't. Tuxedo I would, but it's just like it's such a sorry topic that I just don't like doing it
But we already
anymore.
know where it's at too.
It's just like there's no point.
yeah.
Yeah.
What are the homies in the chat saying?
Tuxedo, thank you for a $2 dono. He says, is DJ MTK a kush enjoyer?
Oh, with the weed?
Yeah, you smoke any
I,
kush.
I I don't smoke no more, bro.
Yeah, MTK
I
doesn't
love
smoke
it. I
any
used to
kush.
love it though. I used to love it.
Wait, you've always been more of a drinker than a smoker though?
Yeah, for sure.
So kush has always been like easy to kick for you. You never really needed it,
Nah, I mean,
or
I
were you ever
still smoked.
reliant?
I still smoked on it every day for like 20 years.
Like because okay, so oh really? So you smoked kush
Yeah,
every day for like
since
20 years?
yeah, I mean, since I was 15, 16.
Okay. But was it easy for you to get off it? You like outgrew it or what happened?
I think the beginning stages were more when I stopped waking baking.
Mm-hmm.
That was the beginning stages. And then, I got to a point where I just like would smoke when I get home after work or something. Then I just got to the point where I just smoke and drink. And then eventually I just stopped.
I see. That's
Yeah.
kind of like in a way that's how I quit fucking because I used to smoke on those vapes for a little bit for like a month. But in a way that's how I stopped vaping. I used to like vape at work.
And I love the vape too, not like the weed vape though. I love the weed vape, bro.
Oh yeah.
Love the
I don't
weed.
like the weed pens. I just be smoking on straight flower.
Cool. But
Yeah.
now when I smell flower, bro, I love it. I love it.
You do.
That foresty smell, oh my god, I love it.
Yeah, it is fire, huh?
I wish they had
I
an
love the
incense.
kush.
Yeah, I wish they had an incense that I could just burn just like the weed smell.
Yeah. There's a taste to it too.
Oh, there's a good yeah.
Yeah. It's like an acquired taste because I remember when I first smoked weed, I was like fucking gagging and shit. I was like, that tastes like dog shit.
Really?
But now I fuck with it.
Was it reg? But were you smoking on reg back in the day?
You know what it was? I think it was me smoking out the pipe.
Oh,
You know,
yeah,
the pipe is harsh as a motherfucker.
Bro, that's harsh.
Yeah, but if you smoke out the bong, it's kind of nice.
Shit, I remember smoking brick weed with seeds in it and shit.
Damn. No, I never had no brick weed. In fact, I'm getting announced today. My homie's picking it up probably right now.
All right.
A little $80 ounce.
Indica or sativa?
It's like an indica of smalls.
See, and I'm a sativa guy. Or
Oh,
like
yeah?
a hybrid.
I'm an indica guy for sure.
I'm not an indica guy.
For sure. If it's hybrid, it's got to be indica dominant. Yeah, I don't know. I think I just like to get I think the indica gets me more high.
Yeah. It's
It
good.
for
It can
sure
knock you on your
does.
ass.
It
It
for
can
sure
knock you on
does.
your ass. Yeah.
Yeah, so Eddie Hearn signing Ian Gary. That one seems to be more optimistic because like Ian Gary is kind of in good graces with the UFC. And if he beats Islam Makhachev, which he already has that fight in the works, right? That one seems like Eddie might be able to go somewhere further with that because Tom, his return still is not even booked and shit. And the UFC is not happy with him at the moment. And it feels like Tom signed with Eddie out of spite versus Ian. It doesn't have that whole narrative. So I think that if Matchroom or Eddie Hearn's talent agency can't come to the table with Tom Aspinall in the UFC, I think they might be able to come to the table with Ian Gary in the UFC.
But you see,
I'm curious to see what's the Ian Gary move going to be because they cannot do Ian dirty.
But here's the thing:
and it's a free country. You can sign with Eddie Hearn if you want to.
But here's the thing: those type of moves, when they bring those agencies to the table, they're going to be able to demand more money, which is going to increase fighter pay, which what Dana doesn't want. He doesn't want that type of person or promotion in that. He doesn't even want them in the room. He doesn't want them in negotiating tables about how we're going
But
to
you
have.
think Dana's gonna have to?
I mean, depending on how big Ian Gary keeps building himself, yeah. I don't
Do
know
you
how
think
many fights he has left.
I
don't know how
don't
many
mean to go
fights.
back to it, but there has been this talk about, like, you know, Eddie Hearn came out recently and he's like, release Tom Aspinall from his contract. You think the
Yeah.
UFC is gonna release Tom Aspinall?
Okay, so they could go one or two ways, right? Where they like just cheap trying to like string him along and don't give him the title fight and give that to Hokit versus Cyril Gane. Because if we hear that news, they're like, hey, this isn't working out with Tom Aspinall. Let's say in 3 months, and they book Cyril Gane and Josh Hokit to end the year. It is going to be like, well, where do we do with Tom, right? Well, what do you do with him?
So I'm kind of thinking about another hypothetical here, is that I think the UFC's at will, right? I'm trying to say it like this. Tom Aspinall's got a multiple fight contract already in place. And I know Eddie Hearn's making a big stink, being like, Tom Aspinall's grossly underpaid. We won't fight unless he gets more money. But
Right.
contractually, the UFC doesn't have to renegotiate until this is done with.
Right.
So no matter how much Eddie Hearn wants to bitch and how much he wants Tom to sit out, the only way to freedom for Tom, I think, is to fight. And I think the UFC is going to say, fuck you, we're not renegotiating, suck my dick.
And that
I
could
think
be true.
that's going to be where the standstill lies. And it's like, in that case, I think the UFC would ultimately say, we don't got to release Tom. Tom can be under contract with us forever. You want to play hardball with us? You know, we own Tom. I think
Yeah.
to some degree that's what's going to happen. I don't see that happening with Ian because, like I said, Ian's career is way different.
Yeah, and I think, like I said, I think these are all dominoes. And once they get, I have a feeling in a year from now, we're going to hear another fighter signed with Eddie Hearn.
Like a
That's
Sean
in the.
O'Malley.
I don't.
I mean, he's
Maybe
sticking up for O'Malley. O'Malley got to see the clip.
and maybe
O'Malley probably got to say, you know, ears perked. How much can you
you're
get
right,
me?
because
How much can you get me?
Because there's more mouths that have been like, dude, what about me? So Eddie Hearn's like, woo, we got a lane to approach these guys. You know, I think they have to prove a couple things, right? Get Tom Aspinall a big payday in boxing, because I think a lot of these guys too, once they see that, like, damn, bro, I'm only made 500,000, I could go make 25 million in a fight. Well, I mean, I don't know. My ears were perked. I'd be like, oh, hold on. That's
My
25.
thing is,
That's 25 UFC fights I can do in one fight.
I know, and I know that it's almost become a talking point like that, but I just have to question it to you, just to see where your temperature is. You think Tom Aspinall is worth 25 million?
I think in that world, in the boxing world, their payouts are between 25 and 50.
Yeah, but do you think he generates that? Do you think $50 million
Honestly,
worth of revenue is going to be generated from a Tom
I don't know
Aspinall
how.
main event?
I've never understood how boxing has been able to pay any of these guys. To be honest with you, I think it's always been a loss.
A net
I
loss.
always. I have no idea how they do it, but I'm not here to question how they do it.
Yeah.
Because I think they're all overpaid.
Right. Yeah.
How much did Jake Paul supposedly get? 50?
I don't even know. 70.
But you know what I mean? Like, how is that? That just makes zero sense.
Yeah. I mean, I could explain it a little bit, but there's no point really.
But here's the thing. Let's say they do Tom versus Jake.
Yeah.
And Tom's gonna get 25 million. Of course he's gonna
do
Tom
versus Jake is a fight.
Right. Of course they're gonna go do it.
Yeah.
Of course I'm gonna watch it on Netflix.
Yeah, Tom versus Jake is a fight. Tom versus Jake is a fight.
The problem is they don't know that the UFC has a great product, because their undercards and their beginning fights are just, I mean, the UFC White House is a perfect example of just banger after banger after banger after banger after banger. When I saw someone say about the 17 million and Netflix, how many did Netflix, what was their total numbers?
17 million total.
So I thought there were, for some reason, like 200 million. I don't know where I got that number from. So they were pretty even par, right?
It was even, but compared to US and Latin America versus worldwide.
But the quality.
Oh, come on, not even close.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
It's
I'm
not
not
even
a
a
boxer.
conversation. It disgusts
It's
me.
not a conversation.
It's
It's
not
not
a
a conversation
conversation.
at
Get the
all.
fuck out of our conversation.
Conversation at
You know,
all.
we're talking about the UFC here. Get the fuck lost.
Talking about 2 championship fights, 2 crazy great of was supposed to be the greatest of all time, got dethroned.
Yeah. Okay, another one I gotta run by you. Another one I gotta run by you. So Dana White did get asked at the post-fight presser, you know, Cyril Gane, he got a history of these fouls.
Right.
And Alex Pereira, he's playing into it with the loss, you know. And so what do you make of this? What do you do? Because this is consistent. This is the same narrative that happened with the Tom Aspinall fight. Now you walk away with this one. And just to tell you what Dana said, there's nothing I can really do. You know, it's what the commission wants to do. But and then there's multiple things. So that's what Dana said, number one. Number two, Dana said, listen, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna fucking lose my shit again. You look at you smiling, you can already tell. It's like, bro, I'm gonna lose my fucking shit. Dana admitted as such that illegal blows were landed. End of story. I don't want to hear that it was 2 of 10 were illegal. An illegal blow is an illegal blow. I don't want to hear that Alex Pereira was moving his head, trying to not get hit. An illegal blow is an illegal blow. It's the offensive fighter's job to not hit the back of the head. Just like it's the defensive fighter's job to not get knocked out in the moment in time. He's allowed to do whatever the fuck he wants. And it doesn't say in the rules that you cannot hide your head from getting hit. That's a common technique. We're not born yesterday. So Cyril Gane, he's not allowed to foul him. Not even once. Not even fucking once. Dana admitted that. But then he has the nerve to say, but nothing's going to be done. You know, but MTK, Alex Pereira is not a liar. So we can just go home now. It's been solved. Alex Pereira is not a liar. You feel me? An illegal blow was landed, and nothing's going to happen to Cyril Gane, even though Alex Pereira, who's calling him a cheater and doesn't complain about nothing, even though he's not a liar. This is dog shit. This is fucking dog shit.
But you're getting
at least what is the solution? Sorry. What is the solution? What do you want Dana to do then? Condemn the motherfucker and say he's a cheating fucking prick and he's a pussy. And he needs to stop cheating. And you know me, I'm just colorful because I'm pissed off. He's not a real pussy, but it's like colorful. But it's like I just speak colorfully, but it's like, bro, you need to condemn it. You saying I'm not going to do anything? Yeah, it does happen. He does have a history of it. Bro, call him a cheater. Say he needs to stop. Say the commission should do something. Don't say it's up to the commission. No, you should say I'm calling on the commission to do something to him, to suspend him and fine him for the millionth fucking time. This is disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they have never set a precedent for any of this stuff, so they're not going to start now, dude.
But this is the thing. Why do you think I call for this guy to be banned from the sport? Because I'm trying to belabor the point that, like, we're at the point that he should be banned, and you guys haven't even taken step one. You dip fucks. If you would have taken step one, we would be where I am today. He would be gone, and we wouldn't have to worry about this cheating prick anymore. We wouldn't have to talk about him anymore. And you're still not even going to take step one today. You can still take step one at any point in time.
We got the eye pokes. We got the back of the head. We got the, what else has he done?
But okay, I want to please, and you know, I will be upset with you, but I'm not going to crash out. Okay. but I want to ask you a clear question. Is a foul or not?
A foul is a foul.
Okay. Because I'm just so sick of this shit, bro.
At the end of the day,
he's moving his head, you know, he's moving his head. A couple shots were landed. Please.
It's like this. Is a pass interference a pass interference?
Yes, it doesn't matter what the fuck happened.
Call the flag. Call the flag.
And just to add to the point, it's like there's flops all the time. It's still a foul. You know, the flops in the NBA? Like, shit, it's called playing the game. And Alex Pereira is allowed to play the fucking game and hide his head and not get knocked out. Cyril Gane needs to be more careful. And I don't want to hear this shit. The last thing I'll say, because I've heard all the arguments by now, and it just like missed me with it. Because the next one is the thing about, we'll tell that to Alex Pereira because he did that to Yuri Prohaska in the knockout. I don't care. Cyril Gane got a history of doing it. A history. Long, illustrious career of fouling.
And that's one of the first steps, right? Is actually having a system where it's actually recorded.
That's what I'm calling for.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I'm calling for. All the major leagues have it. They all have it, bro. And they all get escalators when they repeat foul.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
it's been documented and
If
step
you're
one was taken.
if you're a helmet to helmet hitter in the NFL, ooh, don't get caught doing it again.
Mm-hmm.
That's an automatic suspension.
So, you know,
You ain't playing.
I'm just disgusted. And Dana pisses me off with that. And it's just the whole irony and the fact of like, I'm not going to condemn Cyril Gahn, but Alex Pereira ain't a liar. It's like, you the biggest fucking fence rider of all time. You just ride in that fucking fence, aren't you? You don't want to say shit. I'm not going to condemn Cyril Gahn. Alex Pereira is not a liar. And just to put the cherry on top, I won't even call on the commission to do anything. I'm just going to say it's their job. They want to do something. They don't want to do something. I'm cool. Cyril Gahn wants to foul, not foul. I'm not going to say anything. Alex Pereira wants to accuse him of cheating. I'm not going to say he's wrong. It's like, bro, would you fucking speak from your heart for once?
I wonder what the homies in the chat are saying.
There's a $10 dono that says, sorry, MTK, Castro's a young buck. He gets worked up sometimes.
He's crashing out. I love when you crash out, though.
Tell
bro.
him to rip some kush and
more.
calm down.
You know what I think your move is? Every time you crash out, you should have like a white beater where you just rip it off like the Hulk. You're like, I'm done. I'm fucking done.
Just like put some pre-cuts in my shirt beforehand, just in case I crash out.
Just Hulk Hogan out.
Shit, thank you, Tux, for a $10 dono. My man, much appreciated.
Hey, shout out to Tux.
But yeah, he says, sorry,
what city's Tux in?
Castro's a young buck. Tux, where are you from, homie? Where are the homies from? I always imagine Tux is like from like Saudi Arabia because he got that Saudi money.
Oh, he's in the Middle East.
No, but he got like that oil money, bro. I think he joked about that one time. But yeah, he always donates like all the time. So I'm like, bro, this guy's got to have that oil money. But shout out to Tux. We love you, Tux.
I wonder how much money he's spending on OF.
Tux? Yeah, seriously, Tux. We want to know how much you spend on your what's the word? So just bring your vices.
Stop half of that and then just come contribute over here, and we'll give you some like real life advice.
Shit, how to kick your vices.
Not even your vices, just get some real knowledge.
Some free game. Unbroken says cheater pumpkin eater, or cheater pumpkin eater. Scott says my guy going in. Oh, Tony South says, what is MTK opinion on Jamal Hill going to heavyweight?
Bro.
Next best. Oh, Tuxedo goes next best thing to Middle East for oil money, Texas. So that's where Tuxedo's from, Texas.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
shout out Texas. Sense.
That's a little bit different. Okay, so look at.
Shout out Tux. Thank you for $2 homie.
Hey, so the homie on Twitter, he tagged us. He goes, N-word, gonna walk on the octagon built like Adrian Broner.
Bro, that shit pisses me off. I'm gonna say it, but you tell your opinion. They want to know your opinion.
He looks crazy. That's the craziest thing I've seen all week.
And then
that's my opinion.
No, I know it's crazy.
And just flaunting it, like, bro, like, why are you even going to heavyweight for what?
Yeah,
it's done.
You're fat as fuck, bro.
It's a wrap.
And it's done. like, bro,
go join Michael Chandler. Go join Derek Lewis. Nah.
But it's like, bro, do you see where like sometimes I crash out on these fighters?
Isn't he 0-3?
Honestly, you know, Jamal, like, I just forgot all about him.
Alex, wasn't there a fight? Oh, Roundtree.
Mm-hmm.
It's done.
He disgusts me. Is that rude to say?
I mean, it's not rude, but he just, I mean, you're a UFC fighter.
Hey, like, and the fans are still gonna put him on a pedestal.
Take what? When? Who?
Because he fights.
Bro, it's so. I guess. I mean, I know he could whip my ass for sure. I mean, I'm not gonna say that.
So he could whip my ass too. I don't give a shit.
But as a UFC fighter at like the prime of your, like, take pride in your like going to the gym and fucking being in shape.
It's like these are the guys we're supposed to look up to.
I know. I mean, I don't go to the gym all the time, but I go enough.
Bro, your arms are looking nice and fucking in shape. You know what I mean? Shit, looks good to me. Not like fucking Jamal Hill. But it's like, honestly, you're supposed to like it just disgusts me. It just disgusts me. I'm like speechless a little bit. It's like, how can you be a professional athlete and put on like 60 pounds and it's just pure fat? It's pure fat. Like, what's wrong with you?
But no, but it was funny. Like he does look like Adrian Broner though.
No, he does look like AB, but it's like, honestly, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? I would ask him, I'd be like, yo, is there something up?
He'd have better success just going and streaming and just gaining weight with the AB, crashing out all the time, bro. AB is wild. The more I watch this guy, the more I'm just like, wow.
He has no shame. He's the definition of no shame.
Imagine, bro. Imagine him. What happened with DP? That's AB every day.
Yeah, AB don't give a shit.
That's his everyday life, bro.
AB hasn't crashed out on a cop like that and gotten arrested yet, though.
But if he did, he'd be like, yeah.
He wouldn't care.
Did you stream it?
Yeah. It'd be for the content.
Bro, we do that the other day when I saw that, but he just chugged and then when he threw up, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, you see him gagging when he chugs these cups.
Bro,
like and he spits it up on himself and he keeps chugging.
Bro, I have a feeling one day we're gonna find that man dead, bro.
Hopefully not.
That's how bad it is.
Hopefully not. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. He got an issue with the alcohol. They're saying he looks worse than AB, Jamal. Scott says Jamal looks insanely depressed and out of shape, shaking my head, a former champion. No, honestly, the one thing that it gives, but the one thing that it gives is like, it makes me think he's depressed because who lets themselves go to that extent?
Bro, I know
that's got to be an accident.
Hold on. I know a lot of overweight people super happy. I do.
In my opinion, that shit's got to be an accident, bro.
I know foodies are foodies, bro. That they'll let you know I'm a foodie. We about to go eat, and no shame. Like, hey,
shit, be you. But Jamal, you got fat as fuck, homie, and you're in the fight game, and you're gonna get knocked out for that behavior. Like, that's what I gotta say.
Oh yeah, you're
gonna get knocked out for that behavior. You know what I mean? Like, fat people can be happy. You're gonna be knocked out and happy and fat at the same time.
Here's the thing too. It's so funny is because like you're seeing more and more guys call out Hokit because they want to get on that money train.
They want to get that clout, that Hokit clout.
You see what Hokit said too yesterday?
What'd he say?
Get in the queue, playboy.
Oh, that's what he said?
Get in the queue. Don't make money. It don't make sense.
Hokit onto bigger things than Jamal Hill debuting at heavyweight.
100%. Like
coming off of 3 losses.
Get in line. Get in line. A lot of people want to get on now. Hey, yeah. We'll see. We'll see where you're at in a year. Maybe I'll come and talk with you. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Hey, Scott says he's definitely depressed, bro. Imagine his wife looking at him right now.
Oh.
Yeah, what do you think his girl thinks? She's probably not like supporting it fully. She might be. She might be like, "You still sexy, baby."
Exactly.
Rose says Jamal thought he could do what Alex did, and now he's shaking in his boots after seeing the White House card. Meaning, like, he thinks he's gonna get knocked out. He's down bad, I guess, says James Pond. Yeah.
I'm surprised he hasn't called Alex Piera. Like, you might as well call him out too. Might as well live in Yuri's world, just in complete fucking
delusion
city.
Okay, I think we could wrap it up with discussing UFC Azerbaijan. I mean, there's not really much to discuss, but Rafael Fiziev, Manuel Torres.
You know it's funny. I've been betting against these guys that are like on the come up, and I'm getting proven wrong almost every single time.
I got Loco this weekend.
I'm gonna go Loco too, though. I hope he did. I mean, he's going up against a worthy opponent, though. Going up against a worthy opponent.
He's going up against a tough opponent. I don't think he's gonna be the better fighter in there, Loco. I think on paper you're gonna see, or I think you're gonna see Fiziev being a better fighter in that cage. But Loco's gonna catch him. Like, Loco's just gonna get it on him.
I mean, it's
also
his time to shine.
Loco's not as
this is the time.
Yeah, he's not as experienced in the UFC, but he's got 17 wins, 3 losses. Fiziev 13 wins and 5 losses. So, you know, Loco, he, like I said, he's not as experienced in the UFC, but bro, he's got a pretty experienced career.
Yeah. He got that Mexican heart too. The other thing I was gonna say is I'm gonna pick Shara. I'm gonna pick Charles Johnson. I think that's a tough fight for Charles, though.
Yeah, he beat an undefeated Russian before, but
I want to go Incrum versus Bruno, but Bruno sometimes can be flashy too. Incrum can sometimes look like what are we doing in there?
Both coming off of tough losses.
No, Ikram finally got back in the win.
Wait, didn't he lose to Treshawn Gore?
He beat let me see, I'll just double check because I'm on there.
Okay.
He beat Turtle.
Oh yeah, that's
Jun Young Park.
that's my bad. I was confusing this guy with somebody else.
Yeah, he beat
Trayshawn
Park, which
Gore
is a
just
good.
beat
That's a good
somebody.
win. That's a
Yeah.
good win.
Yeah, and then Bruno's coming off a knockout loss to RoboCop though, right?
And then so Ikram is on a 2-fight win streak. He got knocked out by Whitaker was the last time he lost, which is a
Which is it is what it is.
Yeah. Abis versus Mikal. It's a good fight.
I got Miko.
I may take Abis on that one.
Mikhail.
Abis, both these guys. Sometimes I don't know who's going to step in there.
Yeah, I got Mikhail.
The Nurzultan fight.
Oh.
I'm all in with Nurzultan on that for sure.
Okay. Versus Andre Pulayev.
Yeah, just for the homies in the chat, keep your eyes on Nurzultan. If you don't know, just keep your eyes on him.
Okay. Also, oh, that's at middleweight. Nursultan versus Pulayev at middleweight.
Right.
Abdul Rahman Yakyayev, 9-0, 2-0 in the UFC versus Julius Walker, who's 1-2. This guy Yakyayev is supposed to be like a massive prospect, and he
really
so he didn't look the best in his last fight, although he did get a finish. But just look out for Abdul Rahman. He's supposed to be like one of the top prospects right now at light heavyweight. Like expect him to surge. Yeah, he's undefeated 9-0, and they're high on him.
All right, he's minus 550.
Yeah. You see what I mean though? And look at all of his wins, they're all first round finishes.
Okay. Yeah.
So all 9 of his wins are in the first round straight finish.
I'm learning something. I'm learning something too. I won like some money on Prize Picks over the weekend. When you have these fighters, there's like I picked 3 fights that I pretty much thought they were going to be like knockouts in the first round. Just like this guy, you'll have 3 or 4 fights on the card of guys that they're trying to like get an easy win that are just like debuting into the UFC, and they give him an easy guy and it's just a knockout. Put your money on those fights. Yeah. Do 3, put a parlay, put $10, you win 60 for the homies in the chat.
You're starting to see the matchmaking how it works.
I'm starting to eye those now. Yeah. Starting to eye those. Dude, I went 3 for 3 last weekend. I won 120.
Hell yeah. You jinxed yourself for the better. Saying your I am Sunday.
No,
yeah. Okay. Danil Donchenko is another prospect I'm pretty high on. He won on Dana White Contender Series. He's the Ultimate Fighter champion. He won the show. He was on Daniel Cormier's team, so DC rubbed off on him.
Okay.
Yeah, welterweight.
And he's minus 500 too.
Yeah, he beat Alex Morano in his last bout, so that's a pretty good win. For his second fight in the UFC. Has he been
getting knockouts too, or what?
He got a knockout, he got a knockout in the first round in his debut, and then he unanimous decisioned Alex Morano, who's a veteran. Right. Alex Morano 24-12. This dude 12-2 when they fought. So fighting a guy with double the experience and beating by unanimous is pretty good. So we'll see how this guy
fighting a guy that's a debut, 0-0 debut in the UFC. Doesn't even have a picture by his name. Prize Picks. I'm a Prize Pick that one.
So that's another one. Prize Pick. Prize Picks. Danil on Prize Picks, baby. And then also Abdul. Abdul's another one of those Prize Picks bets. They're giving him a softball. I'm telling you. Look, Abdul is 1-2, right, in the UFC. Abdul's 2-0 in the UFC, undefeated, right? He's fighting a guy who's 1-2.
All right. Hey. Okay.
Prize Picks.
Yeah. All right. I'm all in on that.
Yeah, shit. Prize Picks, baby. And then that's about it, I think, as far as the prospects go.
Okay.
Shit, Prize Picks though, baby. Okay.
Well, because in California, that's all you can really bet on.
Yeah, unless you do Bovada and shit.
Yeah, but it's kind of like it takes a long time to get your money back.
To some degree, it comes in the mail like a check.
Yeah.
They're saying we own Nursultan Ruziboev. We is Buck. Shout out to Soda Pop.
Okay, because Buckley got him.
Yeah. Franklin says,
True.
okay, nice,
True.
good betting card. Yeah, it's actually not a bad betting card. We got a little prize picks parlay brewing. Tony Sal says Nursultan's Bucks victim. That's a fact. And Shiloh says Walker's so bad, guys. He's getting subbed in one. Yeah, yeah, exactly. So
All right. So I'm
prize
going
picks,
all.
baby.
I'm going. Oh, you know what's interesting because the significant strikes they put him like at they put him at a teaser number like 15 significant strikes. Like so you're thinking, okay, is he gonna knock him out?
Mm-hmm.
Will it take 15 strikes to knock him out? Dink. What was the guy that you just said that got the leg kick that said doesn't even belong? Shabazian.
Mm-hmm.
That was the under significant strikes.
Oh, so you got that
We knew
one.
someone. If you knew someone was getting knocked out that fight.
Yeah, that was
I won money on
somebody's
those.
getting knocked out. He went
That's
down after one liver shot. That was crazy.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, I think that's it. I think that'll
All
be
right.
the show.
Good show.
Let me see. Let's just check champ rounds one more time just to see if there's any breaking news.
This chat round's usually the people that will.
Yeah, they're pretty quick with it. Nope,
Gotcha.
just that whole Ian Machado thing, Eddie Hearn. If anyone's interested, Conor McGregor's got a new interview on Paramount YouTube or something. If you guys want
Okay.
to check it out for the
I'll
return.
probably check that out tonight then.
Yeah. All right, so that's the show, boys. All the
All right,
boys love
homies.
MTK. You gonna be back next week or what?
Yeah, I'll be back next week.
Okay, we got MTK back next week then. And then I don't even know what's coming up next week, but I'll see all you boys later. Maybe stream this evening, maybe not. We'll see. All right, peace out,
All right,
peace out.
homies.